Welcome everybody back to Spinner Rack Review. Today we're talking about War of the Realms. Yes, this is Marvel's big epic for the spring. This is when they launch all their different titles. This is the biggest story that they have out right now. This is Jason Aaron, Russell Dartman, and Matthew Wilson. This is their big thing. They are doing the story, the art, the coloring, and it is massive. I mean, this is over, I think there's going to be almost 30 comic book titles based on this. So by the time you're done with this, you're going to be poor as hell. You have everybody from the 9 realms. The main characters are going to be there. You're going to be basically the Avengers, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Blade, Captain America, Jane. There's a whole bunch of people here. I mean, it is everything in the kitchen sink. They have the top villains from the realms of Thor, and so this is it. And basically what's happening here, Malekith, and listen, I'm going to be butchering names left and right, so don't come here and tell me, oh, stop butchering. The Malekith is basically getting the Dark Elves, and they've basically started laying waste to some of the lands of Thor's, the 9 realms, and now they've come to Earth, Midgard, basically to take it over, and they're bringing everybody who's bad as possible to come through. And this story basically began back in Thor. They've been preludes of what's going to happen, and we're seeing it. Basically, they're taking over. The art is gorgeous. The coloring is fantastic. You can never knock that. And the paper, nice paperweight, I gotta say. Enough respect for that. But basically, the stories are just coming to Earth and just slaughtering things. They basically defeated, I guess, 8 of the 9 realms already. Odin is like out of it. You know, he's not dead, but he's just out of it. Even though there are dark elves out to kill him, but you know, we all know he's going to survive that. We have Loki naturally betrayed them, thinking he could probably get in good with his father, the Frost Giant, but of course that didn't work out the way it was expected. He got basically stabbed by, we think he got stabbed by the Dark Elves when we first see him with Thor, but in reality it was a trick to get Thor to go to the land of the Frost Giants where he's attacked by them. At the same time, you know, it wasn't Loki, it was Malekith who was pretending to be him. And so they're leading this whole invasion into Midgard, like I was telling you before. And everybody's coming, man. They're ripping up. And what we see in this comic, we see Spider-Man, Freya, we see Captain America. Everybody's just battling out to try to protect the Earth from these guys coming. You know, you got the Dark Elves, the Frost Giants, the Trolls. It is just friggin' buck. The heaven, the angels, I guess the war angels from heaven, spelled with the Heaven. I mean, if Thor is your type of thing, this is the way to go. This is not a bad comic. I mean, I'm going to give it another shot and see how it's going. The only problem is not exactly what I expected, but I was highly surprised when Loki's father actually ate him. I mean, the Frost Giant just took him in his hand and ate him. Totally shocked. But come on, dudes. We know this is going to be a problem later on because Loki is one of the main characters, and there's no way that he's actually going to die. So, I mean, there was really no need to do that, but it did look visually stunning. I don't know how that advances the story, but that's definitely a problem there. And probably the biggest problem of all is that this story is so expansive. This is one of the big problems I have with Marvel. This story has almost 30 titles you're going to have to buy to keep on top of it. You know, not just 6 for the main story. There are other stories. There's a Punisher story in the War of the Realms. And you're like, what the hell? But yeah, there is a Punisher story. So there's a lot of titles. And, you know, to keep on top of it, this comic is running like what, $5, $6 a comic, 6 times 30. That's $180, bro. That's a lot of friggin' money, and Marvel's hoping for us to sell out. And I mean, I don't know how well or continuous the story is. As long as it's within the main realm of the main realm, War of the Realms story, then I'll probably grab it. But I'm not going to be going into all those other titles. I mean, if that's what you're into, go for it. Not knocking it, but hey, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, comment, review. Spinner Rack out.